Jasper. Now, if you've followed me for any amount of time, you'll know that I use Jasper just about non-stop. It is basically become one of my go-to things. Now I use it for both the affiliate marketing side of things. I use it for agencies. I use it for selling my own software. So it's pretty much good for everything, right? So I'm just going to get the phone set up as well in case anybody has any questions. That's why I'm live. I love questions, by the way. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually dive into Jasper. We're going to have a quick look around the whole thing. I'm going to show you what each of the features does and how it's actually going to help you to get what you want to have, right? So we're going to go into how it's good for the affiliate marketing side, how it's good for your agency, how it's good for if you've got your own business, how it's good for just about everything, because it's what I use it for. So if we start sharing the screen, we'll jump into Jasper right here. Now, the first thing that I've been using it for right now is actually to write this description, right? So we've got YouTube descriptions. I've put in the title of this actual video. Then I put in keywords to rank for, right? So I've put Jasper AI review 2022. Now, when I went into TubeBuddy, it's told us that it's quite small that I'm going to get ranked in it. I'm not too bothered. But at least we now have an optimized thing, and we can actually set up how many optimizations we want in every single aspect of it. Now, if you only get a basic Jasper, I wouldn't recommend going for the complete setup, the unlimited, right? Because I use it an awful lot. Unless you're going to use it a lot, you can probably go for a lower program. Now, first off, let's take you through the whole dashboard thing. The dashboard basically takes you through all the various parts. So give 100 credits. So I've already given that there down below. So you can get 10,000 credits. So it's always cool. Now, next is your templates. These are possibly the most important things. I'm going to go through them, and then we're going to dive into the ones that I use all of the time. So first off, you have your documents. Now, if you've got the boss mode, the documents is all you ever need. Don't need to open up anything else. Next, you've got your paragraph generator. So it'll generate paragraphs that will captivate your readers, right? So basically, it'll make a good looking paragraph. Now, one of the best things about this is you can actually have any sort of tone on it. So if there's somebody famous who's big in your particular niche, then you can use their tone. So if you're into ClickFunnels, if you're into funnels, sales funnels, you can use Russell Brunson. If you're into home sales, you can go into Dean Graciaso. I think I've pronounced that right. Now, you've also got the AIDA framework, which is attention, interest, desire, and action, which is awesome if you're going to build up sales funnels. And you've got your PASS framework, which is problem, agitate, and solution. You've got your content improver. And this is huge as well, because if you're going out and you're trying to make lead magnets and whatnot, what you can actually do, which what I've done quite a bit, is go into Google and actually find out what people are going. So let's say we're going for realtor marketing. So I would go in here and copy all of this, and I would put it back in Jasper. Right now, I'll put it in the content improver or the boss mode. Possibly I would use the boss mode though, because it makes life a little bit faster. And then I would rewrite that entire blog post, and then I could publish it as an ebook and go out there as an ebook. I could also publish it as a real book and go out there and start making money on the real book. All because we've already got all of the content there. But I'm going to dive into that a little bit more in a little while. So we've also got blog topic post ideas, blog post outline, blog post intro paragraph, and blog post conclusion. We've also got creative stories, so you can start writing stories that are really good, and they're going to help engage your viewers, your stories, and your sales, because it's going to help an awful lot more. And this creates really good, interesting stories. Actually, it is pretty good on the stories. And the explainer for a child. Now, this is something that I never thought I would use. However, I've actually keep on falling back this one quite a lot. Because what you want to do is you want to use basic language in all of your sales. And explainer to a child goes out there and does exactly that. It'll use very, very basic language, so that people can be engaged with your content a lot faster, and they'll actually know what you're talking about. Next, you've got your sentence expander. That's if you're writing blog posts, things like this. So if they've got a short sentence on the blog post that you're wanting to make longer and get more keywords in there, this is the way to do it. You've got your Facebook ad headlines, your Facebook ad primary text, your Google ad headlines, your Google ad description, your Google My Business. You've got all of the different Google My Businesses stuff. You've got ridiculous marketing ideas. This one's just down there for fun. I wouldn't really use it. If you're Amazon, there's plenty in there for Amazon. You've got the perfect headline. You've got your rightly subheadline. You've got your photo post captions. You've got your testimonial helper, which is really cool. You've got your marketing angles, persuasive buttons, video topic ideas, video script outline, video titles, so on and so forth. Right? So you've got all of these various different email subject lines to get your emails opened. Your SEO, blog titles, and meta descriptions. This is excellent, and it works an absolute dream. If you're like me and you use Groove for some of your blogs, then this is the ideal thing because it means that you haven't got your scorers on what you normally get with WordPress if you go out and buy yours and everything. So this will help you an awful lot. You got your company bio, your personal bio, your features to benefit, your before and after bridge framework, your unique value propositions, real estate listings, interest, pin explorer, press release, engaging questions, excellent use on your Facebook, Quora answers, text summarizer, business or product name, poll questions and multiple answers, TikTok captions, and mini video sales letter, which has just been introduced. And it's awesome. Right. So that's what you've got all together, right? Now, that's an awful lot of stuff. But let's have a quick look inside of here. So if we go into documents, now documents are the one I use all of the time, right? So I don't go into blog post workflow because it's a little bit constricting, I found, and it doesn't really help us too much. Now, one of the things I do use is if you go into here, you can see all of the variables down here, right? So what I could do is I could go in here and I could put in, so title is going to be Realtor, have a look, using QR codes to sell more properties. Right. So we're going to go in here and use QR code to sell more properties. Now, normally that's going to take us an awful lot of research and it's going to take us forever to try and do it. However, we're not going to bother doing none of that because we don't want to really do it. So we'll put a brief description in here if it's going to let us. Right, and we're going to put the tone of voice as, let's have engaging. Right, we're going to put down as Google. So QR code for real estate. Right. Now, we're putting all the various details that this needs, right? So let's say we're going to go out and going to try and rank for this particular thing. So we just hit post. And as you can see, it's going to go away and it's going to start posting for us. Right, now, I'm not saying this is going to be perfect posting. You're going to have to go through and read it and take out some various different bits. Right. So got all of this rubbish. We could just keep on going. That's actually right. So we'll just delete it. Go back. Now, that's pretty basic, right? And that's if you're going to write a letter. So compared to brief description, I didn't really give it an awful lot to go on. So I'll put write an intro paragraph on how to use QR codes to sell more properties or realtors. Right, so we're giving it a little bit more information. Someone to press go. Using QR code is a great way to sell more properties for realtors. By providing potential buyers with a quick and easy way to learn about more properties, you can increase the chance of getting them interested in making an offer. Plus, QR codes are a fun and interactive way to get your marketing. Here's some tips. Right, and how to use QR codes to sell. So this here, I would basically use as a blog post. However, if I was going out and I was trying to rank an actual blog post, the thing I would use, this ties in with QR codes, right? So that's not what I was looking for, sorry. That's my Google Analytics, right? So we're going to Surfer, SEO. Now this links up directly with Jasper. It used to be called Java, sorry, I was about to make a cock up. Right, so this links in directly. And as you can see, right, what you can do is you can set up various different things. So I wanted to rank for something. So let's say a roofer in Newcastle. And I would then create a whole item around it. So I'll create the entire silos event on it. Right. So let's say, for example, I want to do market and restaurants. Now, this market and restaurants is 83 clusters. So if I want to rank number 1 in market and restaurants, first off, ignoring the link backs. But if I was to do each of these, this is going to get me an awful lot of ranking. So let's just say, for example, we're going to copy this. So you put in create content creator, and this thing right here will give us a content creator. Now, we don't really want to use this content creator, right? You can buy the software as well. This is excellent software. I do like it an awful lot. But what we can then do is, let's just say we're going to take market and restaurants. So Control C. Let's go back into this, and this time we're going to go into the SEO mode. This is where it starts getting really quite interesting. So we're going to take each of these topic ideas, right? So 83 of these. So we'll write 83 different posts. So marketing restaurant, restaurants on Instagram, restaurant market ideas, and would include all of these various different keywords, which it produces for you. So you don't need to worry about the keywords and what you need to rank. So we're going to get rid of all of this. Right. We're going to click on marketing for restaurants once it's done. I'm going to see where the magic really starts to happen. So what this is going to do, this will give us blog posts. So that means that we could write SEO content that is going to start getting ranked straight away, which means if you're going after a particular niche for your affiliate marketing, your agency, anything like this, you can now start getting ranked for that particular niche. Now, we use this an awful lot. If you look for Chatmatic, I think we're ranked number 2 on Google for Chatmatic, which is all through this. Right, so first off, what you have is you have your content score. Now, this will tell you exactly how to get your content score up here. Tell you how many words you need to have. All right, so we need between 6,000 and 7,000 words. That's quite a lot. Headings, we need between 45 and 78 headings. We need at least 129 paragraphs, and we need at least 14 to 32 images. But don't worry, you're not trying to get this to 100, right? 100 is just about impossible to reach. I did reach it once. It was a nightmare. So you're only looking to get in the green, right? Once you get in the green, you're all happy. Now, further down here, what it does is it tells us exactly what keywords we need to include in this and how many times we need to include them. So for restaurant marketing ideas, we need to include it between 8 and 21 times. Restaurant marketing between 44 and 97 times. But we can also go in here and adjust the words. So if we've only wrote, we'll say 1,000 words, then we can adjust how many we need to actually have to score. Right, so if we go into the outline next, this is just on generating there. What it's going to do is there's no topic and questions. I find that quite hard to believe. But normally there's a load of questions there as well. But first off, let's have a look. It gives us a load of titles that's going to start us ranking pretty decent. So what we could do is we could just select the H1 title. All right. So let's just say we're going to select the H1 title, put that in there, and straight away we've scored 14. Right. Now you can actually do this as a kind of game, which is the way I tend to do it. Now what you can do, you can select the whole lot and put that in. I don't know why that's put it in as H1, but let's go to the H1. Right. So it's going to give you a complete paragraph that you can start with if you want to. Now, all of these paragraphs are all original content as well. It means that you're not going to be going over and stepping over somebody else's shoes. Right. I personally wouldn't put that in. I'll just go into let's start writing. Right. So let's put in a blog intro paragraph. And we want that as our title. So see. Boom. Audience going to be restaurant owners. And tone of voice. That's engaging. I don't think we want Russell Brunson. Engaging. Christ, I can't even spell it here. Engaging. Right. Let's just generate some content. Right. So really, really simple. It's going to go in there. It's going to give us it here. Alternatively, we could go in and compose. If you're in the business of selling food, then you need to know how to market your restaurant. Just like any other business, restaurants rely on effective marketing strategies to attract customers and promote their brand. While there are many different ways to market at restaurants, some methods are more effective than others. Here's 27 restaurant marketing ideas that will help you reach your target audience and boost your sales. As you can see, this is pretty much writing the whole thing for us. There's not an awful lot I need to do, right? At the end, I'll go through and check it. I always put it in Grammarly as well because my spelling is atrocious. Right. Would you believe it? I now have my 27 lists. Right. So as you can see, it'll keep on writing as long as I keep on clicking it. Right. So let's go back into our SEO and see what our score is so far. So already we've done next to nothing and we've already got a 14 score. Right. Now go back into this outline. We've also got all of our headings. Right. Now all of these headings are what people searched before. So what makes a good restaurant marketing plan? Right. So let's take that section. Boom. And put it back in here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put content improver. I'm not sure if we can copy this much, but let's have a go. So we're going to get rid of this. Put that in there and generate our new wording. And as if by magic, it will come up. Here we go. Restaurant advertising plan is a great way. So let's just copy that and put that straight in there. Now, what we could do as well, if we're feeling really, really lazy, if you really can't be bothered to do anything, is you could just put the rephrase button. Now, this tends to make the read a bit more in depth, which I don't particularly like. So we're not going to do that. Right. So, restaurant on claims, keep understanding well and doing current page. Right. Yeah, that's all cool. And we'll just keep on composing. Let's expand a bit more. Right, so a good marketing plan will help you do blah, 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 blah. Let's go back into this. So that's our first topic, and we're already up to 36. Right. Next one. How do I calculate the right restaurant marketing budget? That's a pretty good question. I like that question a lot. So let's put that in there. Right, before determining your restaurant marketing budget, the following metrics are essential. Annual income by most restaurants. Right. So we'll put all of that in. Then we'll go to the next one. How to create a buyer's persona. I actually wrote an article based on this. So buyer's persona. Let's go to the next one. So you can put in your full outline of your entire thing right in here, right? And it's stuff that Google's actually looking for. It tells you that this is what Google's looking for. This is how many bits you need. This is what you need to have included in it. It even gives you the H1, H2, H3 set titles. So all these ones are H3. Sometimes it will repeat itself a little bit, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter. Right, so you've got all of these. Right, let's just say, for example. So if we go back into this part right here on the guidelines, we're now up to 41, and we still haven't. We've took about 10 minutes. Now that's for 824 words. Obviously, we're going to expand all these. Just let Jasper take over. I still write an awful lot of this myself as well. Now, another thing what you could do, if that seems like too much hassle to you, that seems like far too much work, then what we could do is we could go into a restaurant market. Marketing, and we can find out who's ranking top, right? So there's a load of ad buyers, so we know it's a good market. We know that this one's ranking top. So we could go in here, and like I said, we could copy and paste all of this and then just rewrite it. Right now, what I tend to do when I rewrite it is I tend to do that more or less for a book. So let's just say we're going to copy all this. Actually, let's see how high he's scored. Right. So a good long article. This is the bloke who's probably put up 6,000, what we need. Sorry, there's a fly just come in. So we'll copy all of this. Really, really easy. And this is the way that you don't have to go out and start spending money on your ads, which you don't really want to be doing all the time because ads are expensive. And if you've already got something like Groove or WordPress or something like this, you've already got full SEO capabilities. Now, obviously, if you're working on ClickFunnels, it's pointless putting in blogs because you're still not going to rank. It doesn't have an SEO search part on it. But if you're using like a ClickFunnels, I knew it was going to do that. The swine. Right. Control C. But if you're using the likes of Groove Pages or WordPress or anything like that, then this does it ideally. Right. So he's only ranking 61. So we can easily go in and beat him. Right. So first off, he hasn't got marketing for restaurants in here. So just drop the word marketing for restaurants in. Right. Let's just rephrase that. It's the really, really hyper lazy way. Right. And already we've scored a little bit more. So we can just go through the whole thing like that. So that's the blog post side of things. Right, now, the bits I like particularly for this are my Facebook primary text and ad headlines because they're excellent. The perfect headline script is awesome. The sub headline is really, really good. And your email marketing is really good as well. So let's get rid of, let's go to a new one. So let's say, for example, we want to set up email. So the email title is going to be, wow, I didn't know that happened. Right now, I could have just made it something that the rest would already reproduce for us. Right, and email describing how a chatbot can help a restaurant. Restaurant. Right. I want to be engaging. What do I want to Google? Let's put engaging. We don't need any keywords in. We need to spell restaurant correctly. Right, then compose our email. Right. Hi there. Always looking for ways to improve your customer experience here at the restaurant. And one of the best things we're considering is using a chatbot. I'm sure you've seen chatbots before, and they're becoming increasingly popular as businesses are trying to find new ways to interact with their customers. And there are some definite advantages to using them. For one thing, chatbots can provide 24/7 customer service, which is great for businesses that, right? So there's our first email almost written. Right. So this would be setting up your whole setting up your entire emails. So we'd set up your first email. So that one would be email number 1. Thank you for your time. Yours, Sean. Back. Right. So really 4, 3. Write an email stating why using why you should be offering takeaway services without paying for third parties. Right. Boom, boom, boom. I can't even spell takeaway. So let's compose this next one. Let's just give it a bit of space. Now, what we'll do, just to make sure that one doesn't interrupt this one, 3 little dots there, just so we know that it's only got to concentrate on this bit, and let it go. It's a great idea to offer takeaway service without paying for third party. Here are some reasons why. It saves you money. You keep more of the profits for yourself. It's more convenient. Customers could go directly to your restaurant, pick up food, rather than have to go through a third party. It builds loyalty. Offering this service shows that you care about customers and will go the extra mile. I think these are all Jasper's thinking. Good reasons to offer takeaway service without paying for third parties. So it's just really brief, really nice. It gets the point across. It's engaging, and it's going to get people going, right, okay, well, I need to see a bit more about that. Then you direct into your video. Now, within your video, what we could then do, as we've got the video script in here, we could go down to video scripts if it's in here. Yeah. So video topic ideas. Okay, let's try that one then. So topic should be about food, takeaway, food ordering from a restaurant. Keyword to rank for. Setting up your takeaway. Tone of voice, engaging. And let's go back down here again. We'll put 3 little dots in because it likes 3 little dots. And compose that. Right, anything like me? That wasn't the thing. Oh, yes, it is, man. Sorry, it's a video. What I'm thinking. Right, so we'll just go into this. What have I told you? Those takeaway services on the third party. Takeaway is great. Right, so we could just generate the AI content here, which will give us a different option. Oops, it gives us a very, very different option. Right, takeaway ordering from food. This is topic ideas. Right, so you got your video script outline. Setting up a takeaway from your restaurant without being third party tools. The reason why I've done this, obviously, because Chatamo does this. Engaging. If I can spell. Right, let's generate AI content. So this is now going to give you the script to use. At least it should have done the script I use. Yeah, should have done. Right, let's generate that again. I think we've confused it a little bit. In fact, I've definitely confused it a little bit. So I would have just went and then refreshed it all, which then would have done it. Right, so you've got your video script, hook, and intro, which I love. So let's just go into that one. See if we can do it without refreshing it. We'll see. Actually, I'm going to refresh it just to make sure. Otherwise, you guys are going to think, hang on, that doesn't even work. But it works an absolute treat. Right, so this is the video hooks and whatnot. Let's go in here and we're going to put engaging. Right, we could put, actually, let's put Russell Brunson. Let's have Russell advertising our restaurant. Russell Brunson and generate AI content. So we could have Fanny Craddock, whoever's big over in the States or whatever we want. Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up a takeaway from your restaurant without having to pay for any third-party tools. Hi, my name is Sean Madison. In this video, I'm going to show you an easy way to set up your takeaway from your restaurant without having to spend any extra money on third-party tools. All you need is a computer and an internet connection. So stay tuned and I'll show you how it's done. Cool. Right, and that's going to get hooked. And because we're naming the parts we're going to do there, YouTube's going to score it higher. And so it does all of this as well. So basically, what I want to say is if you are looking to start going out and blasting your face off with content, which you should be doing if you don't want to be paying for ads, this is the ideal thing. It does just about everything you could ever want to do. It's pretty awesome. And I like sending over to books and whatnot, and then just publishing the books and giving them as lead gens and stuff like this. At the end of the day, people's already written 90% of all the content for you. You can go out there and you can use their content to actually make your sales better and higher. It's one of the ultimate hacks. You get 10,000 words for free with this. And also, I've given a link to the one pager as well, which is going to help you if you want to go out and sell to a real estate market. The one pager's got everything on there you're going to need. This is a high achiever part. If you're not a high achiever, don't worry about it as yet. You will be. So that's it for this one, guys. Really nice, really simple. It went on longer than what I thought it would. It's a very in-depth program. Personally, I love this software and I love Surfer SEO. So I use it all the time. I use it in all my affiliate marketing stuff and everything else because it's just simple. It just works. Right, so thanks for watching and speak soon.